You need to tell the chats right away. This is not one where I'm going to be doing many readings, so don't be throwing me your donations every 5 minutes expecting a reading. I got a guest on, so no, bro. Every time I come on here, a whole bunch of people start donating with their birthday readings. I'm like, man,
Oh man, dang.
chill.
It's
We have
nonstop.
times for that. We have time for that. This ain't one of those times.
It's nonstop.
Shit, I didn't know. I didn't know YouTube takes 40%. God damn.
Yeah, but they still allow you
Woo,
to pay a
they
lot.
tax.
They do, but they allow not a lot more than X. That's what I can
Yes, they
say.
do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So it is what it is. All right. You ready? Is it live?
Yeah, it's live.
All right, brother. Well, Dom, first of all, I met you on the Fresh and Fit podcast. I'm their manager. You were a guest at the time. And we started talking numerology and astrology, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely did. Yeah, about instantly.
And right away, and we got to know each other. And you're a big time guy on Twitter. Like you're possibly where I would have been if I didn't get suspended 23, 24 times. So why have you started going to other platforms? You have 1.5 million followers on Twitter. Why did you start moving your followers to other platforms?
Yeah, it's just because given that I found out putting all your eggs in one basket, even with social media, it's not a good idea. Mainly with X because you can get 1.5 million on X, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the audiences will know you. A lot of people have millions of followers, and the audience won't even necessarily click on a profile picture and could tell you the color of their hair. And it's crazy because the way the X is, it's a lot similar to TikTok, but a little bit worse in terms of selling personality. Because X is now focused on news posts, people are more inclined to share news that is already viral of people that already exists, which pretty much in turn leads to people regurgitating narratives becoming new mainstream media because you're only posting people that already have gotten through the systems of approval. But you have to post whatever is deemed news to really go viral on X. And if people do it very well, they'll get millions of followers, but they won't have anyone notice them, their brand. They won't get the same opportunities other creators that might have started on YouTube would get because it's recognition or even TikTok. You have recognition. You don't really have that on X. Even making personal content, there's no successful show on X. Sneeko had just recently shared his payments for making original content. Some of the best content on X, if not some like the best original content on X right now. And he got paid just barely anything.
I
All of
saw
that
that
on
tweet.
X.
It was like $80.
Yeah, it was something super low, like maybe 130 or so for a month. But if
And he's
X,
making videos every day, posting videos every day, and just on X.
yeah,
So obviously he's spending money, he's spending his
yes,
time, and you're telling me like he got what after a month, like $80?
yeah, and it's like there's no way a creator would sit there and depend on that. No one, and that itself is bad marketing. It's like X sets itself up for failure. Other creators, because Sneeko has a lot of eyes on them, other creators that see that, they can be like, oh, no, I'm not about to go all the way in on that. Especially when they see the people getting paid $12,000, $20,000 checks. And they look at their content sometime and it's like, it doesn't make sense. It's not actually original content. It might be a tweet here or a tweet there, but it's obviously significantly less effort, low effort content. And if that gets you thousands of dollars, it gives an incentive to put low effort content out there.
As a guy who used to manage Sneeko, I knew Sneeko very well. I did a lot of content with him, spent some time with him. Good dude. Is it possible that Sneeko got only $80 for all that content because he's Sneeko, and if someone else posted the same content, they would have got a lot more money? Is that possible?
I believe that there's some favoritism definitely with it. Um, Once you're in, you're in. I mean, when I first came in, Elon Musk, the things they were doing for my profile, it was a lot better than what it is now. Like, if you were to create a new profile on X, back when I was extremely hot on X and I was posting like 40 times a day, if you create a new profile, you would see President Obama, Elon Musk, and my name. Like, they would push it like accounts to follow. I would be one of the top recommended accounts to follow. And I know from experience how X actually manufactures these stars. because it was giving me assistance just with that alone, telling new people to create an X account because at that time I was making the best content on X. But as soon as Elon Musk noticed that I wasn't going to regurgitate every narrative that they sent out, I completely got cut off. And I literally can remember most of it started
Mm.
in when they elected that woman, well, he hired that woman for WEF, Linda Yaccarino. And I was very strategic. I was not disrespectful to Musk in no way. I was like, Elon, a lot of people know that I got a lot of favor on the app, and a lot of people know that I'm a massive supporter of you and stuff, and they just don't really approve of the WEF thing. But I have trust that you understand the bigger picture. And ever since I did that, everything started changing. Everything completely started changing ever since that moment.
Give me some examples of what started changing after that.
Well, no engagement whatsoever from Elon from that point. I started having problems with my algorithm. Like my follower count completely slowed, and not just that, it would freeze. So I would be sometimes 20 followers away from the next 100,000, and it'll be frozen for like 4 days because every time I would gain,
What?
because I would gain 2,800 followers a day, and every time they would do this, I would be like gaining 2,800 followers, but lose 4,000, and that would happen every day. Like I actually saw systems work against you as a creator. And another thing, it's just the amount of community notes that started hitting me more than anything. I started getting hit with community notes. So Elon has it to where, well, X has it to where certain creators will have recommended do not note. Well, somehow they started adding notes on my profile for almost everything, for some of the most absurd things. Even adding like a watermark. Like most brands will add their
A
watermark, which is like
watermark.
a watermark. It would say Dom is trying to claim this content as
Oh.
his own, as if he created it. And I'm like, Daily Loud, Fox News, uh, any company that's posting content on X, the Washington Globe, like all of them, Washington Post, all of these people are putting their watermarks on it. But when I put mine on there, they were community noting that, and it's just a show of force. Like, in the thing about Musk, once you piss him off, it seems like he really doesn't forgive a lot of people. I do feel like he somewhat regretted how bad he did me because Elon sells this dream that you can be a successful creator on X. I am literally the only creator that started on Twitter and was able to gain something in the real world. And I'm not talking about through wealth because a lot of these anonymous accounts are very wealthy through some of these X payments. But I'm talking about to actually have the opportunity to exist in the real world and have real world opportunities to be on InfoWars, to be on Fresh and Fit, to be on Fox News, to be on these places. I would have been the poster child for what X claim you can be. A real successful creator on X, and they never gave me the opportunity. And they try to limit me and they try to replace me with individuals that already existed on X before Elon. I started with Elon. So it's like I am the
So
poster child of
when did you start your X account or Twitter account? I say Twitter just to
so,
piss off Elon.
so this has started. I started the whole thing. Started posting as soon as it was announced that Elon had purchased X, and I ain't go viral. I ain't get viral until like November the 21st, 2020. What was it, two?
Wait a second.
Like
Wait
yeah,
a second. You got 1.5 million in 2 years.
yes, yeah,
What?
I
You
did, and they
got
were yeah.
1.5 million in 2 years. You
I'm
did
still
it because Elon, you started posting on X because Elon took over. You
yep,
were supporting X. He was
yep,
following you. He was interacting with you on X, correct?
yep.
And then all of a sudden, you basically push back on one thing,
It was just one.
monetization gone, clout gone, and everything went to hell because you disagree with Elon about one subject, even though you backed him on almost everything
Yeah,
for 2 years. One thing, and he did that to you.
and then it continued to back him. Yeah, and it's a lot of weird stuff that he did to my profile. When I got demonetized, a lot of people unaware. Like, dude, I was getting paid like 12,000 every 2 weeks. There are people crashing out for getting paid 2,000 every 2 weeks. And when it happened to me, I was the first person demonetized. I'm the first person to really gain success from just using Twitter alone. Like I said, a lot of these people that are big Twitter accounts, they existed before Elon Musk.
Yes.
I did not exist in this space. I was not at any of the Trump rallies. I was not relevant. I didn't exist. I was a regular civilian. So I made it off of his system, and they completely try to act like completely try to erase me from history, and it's disgusting. He demonetized me the same day we possibly get paid. I was demonetized. What was it, like 40 minutes before payments came out? 40 minutes before payments came out. I never got any answer. The closest thing, like, really imagine this. Instead of how YouTube or Facebook do it. You get an email, at least knowing what's going on. I never got the email saying why I was demonetized. I had to freaking go to Ben Shapiro show, watch this Ben Shapiro show, and watch Elon Musk address it, claiming that the advertisers got the right to choose where they want their content, which is completely false. The advertisers was not requesting for my stuff to be removed because there are actual like anti-Semitic accounts that would gladly tell you, like, yeah, I'm openly anti-Semitic, bro. It is what it is.
Yes.
Like openly anti-Semitic accounts, openly white supremacist, openly black supremacist accounts that have been monetized the entire year. I was neither of those things. I was neither of those things. I was none of those things. He never gave me a reason, but I had to go watch the Ben Shapiro show, which is not transparency. To watch someone TV, to watch someone's show, to find out what happened to your account is absolutely crazy.
You put in 2 years of your life into that Twitter account. I didn't know you until a few months ago, but I knew of you because of that Twitter account. A lot of people talked to you because of that Twitter account. You had major clout, and you're the poster child for X because you did it all under Elon. And then you go against him one time, he demonetizes you, and he doesn't even tell you why, and he calls it the free speech app. What type of nonsense is this? This is a man who basically backed you the whole way. Say you had 100 issues and he's backing you on 99 of them. And one issue is all it takes for you to take this man's paycheck away, everything he did for the past 2 years to support you, to support your platform. And it's just like, boom, boom, gone.
No reason.
Obviously, there's rules on Twitter. There's rules on YouTube. There's rules on different platforms. But if you break the rules here, they're going to send you an email right away. They're going to give you a check, a check. Like, you messed up. You got to clean this up. They tell you, they give you 3 strikes here, unless I'm mistaken. They give you 3 strikes here. And I'm not saying I agree with everything, but they don't claim to be the free speech app. They don't claim that stuff. They are who they say they are. If you go against their rules, they're going to get rid of you. But at least you know what their rules are. Elon claims to be the free speech app, but yet he demonetizes people, takes away their paycheck, and he won't even tell you why. This is outrageous behavior by a guy who thinks he's above the law, a guy who thinks he doesn't have to answer to anybody. But you know, Don, that's the beautiful part of this virtual reality we live in, because you found out damn well, you being born 1994, the year of the dog, that you're going to have issues in 2024, the year of the dragon. You got demonetized in your enemy year, correct?
Yeah, I did.
And Elon's enemy year is coming up. So, you know, that's the beauty of this, bro. You don't have the power to do anything against Elon. I don't have the power to do anything against Elon except shout to the top of our lungs on different platforms what this man is doing and calling a fraud. But the beautiful part is his enemy year is coming up real soon. I think it's about 23 days. January 29th is going to hit. That's when the year of the snake starts. And Elon, I want you to look up north to a country called Canada, what Donald Trump calls the 51st state. And there's a certain prime minister there born the same year as you, Elon, 1971. He's just as arrogant, as pompous as you. As a matter of fact, a lot of you guys, both you guys have a lot in common. Divorced quite often, too. But let me just say this. He's born in the year of the pig. He announced today that he is resigning as prime minister as soon as they find a new leader for the Liberal Party, which is going to get sacked when the conservatives have Pierre, what's his? I can't even pronounce this guy's last name. You know who I'm talking about, the conservative in Canada? Pierre. Yeah. You know who I'm talking about, though. So does Audrey. I can't pronounce this guy's last name, but he's going to be the next prime minister or governor of the 51st state, you know, if you're listening to Trump. Okay. But Elon, understand this. Your enemy year's coming. And just like you mess with this man for absolutely no reason whatsoever, now the energy is going to start hitting you. Karma's coming. And when it comes down to it, Elon, I promise you, you will be humbled. So I want to make some predictions right now with you, right here. I predict that Elon will be thrown out of the White House by Donald Trump by the end of this year. At latest, January 2026. Him and Trump are going to split up this year. Every single person in Trump's cabinet hates Elon. He does not have one supporter, not one. Now, JD Vance is okay with Elon now, but at some point he's going to maneuver against him because JD Vance wants that. You know, Peter Thiel is the connection between Trump, Vance, and Elon Musk. And I can assure you, Elon, Peter likes JD a lot better than you. He trusts JD a lot better than you. So I am personally looking forward to Elon Musk's downfall. Now, obviously, he's still going to be a very rich man after the year the snake ends. But what is he worth? Like $400 billion right now? Some ridiculous number like that. I see it go under $200 billion real soon. Maybe even at $100 billion. Now, I don't think I'm ever going to reach that. I'm pretty sure Don doesn't think he's going to reach that. But when you lose $300, $200 billion, ooh, people can be talking about you for a long time. And I'm going to tell you something, Don. I never trust Elon. I've told you the story many times. This guy suspended me before all the suspensions came. He didn't demonetize me. He just said, gone. And it's okay. It's your platform, Elon. You know, that's the thing. It's your platform, Elon. You have the right to do what you want to do because you paid $44 billion. But what you don't have the right to do is lie to people and tell them it's a free speech app. And then as soon as you get pissed off at somebody, bye-bye. That's not how this works. Now, if you were honest, like if I took over Twitter, I'd be like, yo, motherfuckers, I don't like you. You're banned. At least I'm being real. This guy is lying to people, telling it's a free speech app, and then doing the same thing, demonetizing them or suspending them. And it's obviously with no other reason except that you pissed off Elon Musk. I can't wait to see this man get humbled, Dom.